Hi, Leos. How are you? If I'm not wrong, we were talking at the beginning of the month about new partnership. Here it seems that we are keep going with the same theme. Because in these three cards that, as you know, is the main thing going on, what I see is like you are totally focused on your business, doing plans about a financial situation that has to be approached. And it seems to me that you are hiring maybe someone or using the services of a financial advisor. Um, this is the main thing, okay? But we'll see. Here, what I see is underneath is you have the Earth Kitten, that is the Page of Pentacles reverse, and the Four of Sky, that is the Four of Swords reverse. And what makes me feel is like you have done as much as you could, but the situation, it reached a point that requires someone else because you are feeling insecure, uncertain, and kind of without the lack of the expertise in that specific field. And we're talking about finances. But here we have the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Swords. What is telling me that someone is not too happy about that decision. I'm talking about the Queen of Swords that is reversed. In the situation that you are going through, is going to come because of the Ace of Cups, an opportunity. Maybe that is the person who is the kind of the savior of the situation. That counselor is going to help you with that project, with that company, with that job, with that business. It's a good opportunity, but someone who I believe it was or it is your partner or is someone relative very close to this business is not happy, because the Queen of Swords, she is very sharp, very intelligent, but she likes to really think things thoroughly. Her thoughts are not something that she does. She thinks in a frivolous way. She really takes her time to speak her mind, and she is very, very important, her opinion, because she's wise, but seems like she's a little bit upset, and I see that in the approach to whatever is going on, because the priest, is the Hierophant in the Stand of Tarot, and the Tower, both upright, they are major arcana, and are telling me like this opportunity came out of the blue, okay? And she likes to have time to think the strategy to follow. When here we see she is a very conservative person, she has certain ways to act, and that is out of her comfort zone. So she's quite, let's say, pissed off. And let me tell you one thing, could be that this person, because money issues, is going to be out of the picture. But we'll see. And everything comes out of the blue. Let's see. What it says here to me is you have the Temperance and the Two of Swords. There's an uncomfortable decision to be taken. But the best advice and the way to take it is just trying to keep calm, deep breath. The situation is going to bring balance, but you first have to be in that equilibrium status in order to do the right decision, even though it could be a little bit unfair or it could be like a sacrifice. It has to be like this. It was meant to be like this, and it's something that is painful, and something that you would love to avoid, to skip, but you have to do it. But let's try to see to wrap it up everything and see what they say the back of the decks. Here, remember, the approach we are having here is someone who I believe is a company, okay? There's someone in charge and something that comes suddenly out of the blue, a change in the structure, okay? Something that were not expected happened here and is related to money. We have on the bottom of the deck the Two of Pentacles is upright. Whatever is coming in a subtle way and is affecting the structure and kind of challenging the status quo, it could challenge the status quo in some way, is something that it has to take place in order to balance the financial situation. And here see directly the person affected is a Queen of Swords. That could be a queen, could be a man, female or male. And she is quite upset because I believe, again, it was the situation has been taken in a very subtle way and unexpected, totally unexpected. And she doesn't agree. Perhaps it's her replacement. This is a new opportunity. Or maybe because someone has been hired, they decide that they don't need anymore her services. And here we have the World, and the World is reversed. What, my opinion, okay, my mother's opinion, I believe she's making things complicated and it's delaying a little bit to finish the process. Maybe that's why that person has been hired. But I believe it's related to this. But the process has to be completed in order to bring peace to the situation again. And remember, it's highly financial thing here going on. Okay, we have pentacles, pentacles, and pentacles, and pentacles. We're talking about pentacles, okay? But let's keep going, because here we have that someone recognize, and maybe it's you, recognize that that is not your expertise, and you don't feel secure. You are a little bit scared. Your focus is not totally there, just because you don't have experience there. Not because you are not intelligent. No. It's just that it's maybe not your field. Or you don't have that level of expertise. And here we have him. We're saying that we have the wheel. That's the fortune. The wheel of fortune in the traditional tarot. And it's upright. What made me think that things are going to change in your favor. If that is the feeling you were having in this situation, something, and I believe this is the opportunity that comes out of the blue, is going to make big changes in your favor, and is going to fix situations like financial that I believe is a little bit even overwhelming. But let's keep going, because we have again the counselor that is working. They're having plan and strategizing something to make upright. The Six of Pentacles with reverse is sometimes it's like a situation that has been not too happy but comfortable, like that, because it's an old thing that you thought you could control, but now it's quite uncomfortable and you want to do something to fix it. And I believe here is also some sort of advice to you, like you have to allow to be helped. Okay, because there is really an imbalance here financially. Could be that you have to pay someone to get rid of that person. Could be that it's just a financial situation that you didn't expect it. You were a little bit pissed off with that because it's not the way you function. But this person is going to help you and it's going to make you happy. Because, here you have very close to him, here's an imbalance, and here you have the temperance, what it is totally balanced, equilibrium, yin and yang. It's like, don't get overwhelmed because of the numbers. Don't get overwhelmed because all the situation, what it is. Bite. One bite at a time is going to be possible. Keep calm. It's important that you follow the advice of this person and you prioritize. In my opinion, it's a question of priorities. See the numbers and see what of those costs can be taken out of the company. Here you have the Two of Swords, and what is telling us that the situation is uncomfortable, but you have choices. So prioritize is key here. And here we have the Queen of Swords. That is Deborah. Deborah was a prophetess. And I think the best advice here is to for a second to stop. Don't act in a rush and oversee the situation, foresee the situation of the company, the new plan, the partnership, the business. It could be just not so business-wise, it could be just the budget of the family. But here the main advice is you are very intelligent, you are clever, you are wise. Use your sharp mind to foresee, kind of planning ahead you, and design what is step at a time, how you're going to follow, how you're going to do with this person in order to reverse this situation, this financial situation. But let's see what it says here. Here we have need and we have cannot. Need is talking about possible delays. Is asking you to have patience, that you learn, okay? Is going to be painful, perhaps because you have to prioritize and something have to be taken out from you. Could be certain chapters that you cannot afford anymore. But it's also telling you, sometimes the needs are going to oppose what you want. Okay? Just think twice. Don't jump. Like if you are this Queen of Swords, don't jump the gun. You just have to remain calm as much as you can, because here is telling you that if you keep a kind of this is Kenneth, and it's telling you that if you have or you keep a positive attitude, it's going to make the whole difference. And here I'm talking that it's a reminder that an opportunity, a gift, something is coming to you. Yeah, it could look like insignificant, but it's not. It's the beginning of something. Yeah, it doesn't come in a very normal, regular, smooth way, but it's something. It's beginning. It's the beginning of a restoration here. I think the planning is good, the advisor is good, and it's focused on strength and reverse that imbalance and that financial issue that is going on. If this is you, this Queen of Swords is you, that is a little bit pissed off because the way the opportunity came or the lack of money that you find out, take it easy, okay? Sometimes we have to bend a little bit. We have to be flexible. Those two of swords, I'm telling you to be flexible. You have to adapt to whatever is coming, okay? And if it is not you, that is someone in the company, in the business, in the association, in the partnership, and it has to be laid off. It has to go because it's difficult to work with him or with her. So be it. But again, don't make a drama. Keep calm. Take decisions. Sometimes we would love to hire everybody, but the problem is like we don't have the finances to do it. Okay, guys. I don't know. See what's going on with the money. I think that there is some expenses here, but I believe everything is going to be good. If you foresee and if you plan in advance, you can prioritize and make wise choices they are going to allow you to handle the situation, the financial situation, and good the fact that you have an advisor. I think it's going to be fine. Just whatever you are starting, don't give up, keep going and finish. You need to finish in order that the money get restored.